Tommy Bennett here. We're back with another awesome nerdy breakdown, and we're going to be focusing on hitting jumps, learning awesome tricks inside of the park. If you missed our very first episode, that is more focused on 26 awesome tricks outside of the park, so make sure you check out that video. But make sure you stay tuned because we're going to be diving in super nerdy on some jump tricks, and we're going to start with the very basic, and we're going to get a little advanced. So at any point you're digging the content, let me know by giving this video a like, comment down below what is your favorite trick out of all of these, and share this video with a friend because we're here trying to make as many snowboarders as awesome as possible. In this video, we're going to start off by doing 8 of the most common grabs, and I have put this in an order from the easiest to the most difficult. And overall, as just a rule, I highly recommend that you retract your knees up, meaning bring your knees up towards your shoulder blades, and you're going to bring your knees up to get the snowboard. You're not going to reach down to grab the snowboard. That is one of the biggest common mistakes when doing grabs, is reaching down. So we're going to start off with an Indy Grab, and that is when you take your backhand and you reach between your feet on your toe side edge. Now you do have the option of going directly between your knees, or do what I did, which is you're taking your backhand, going around the outside of your back foot, and then back in between your bindings. And I love this grab because down the road, it has some really cool options for tweakability, which I will be covering in another video, so make sure you subscribe. But it also puts you in a very good position to stay balanced in the air, and you get to see the landing the entire way, so it's not so scary. And the second grab we're going to dive into is called the mute/Weddle grab. You're essentially going to take your lead hand, grab between your bindings on the toe side edge. And if you want to add a little extra spice to it, you can kick out your back foot. Now just remember to keep your eyes at the landing, bring your knees up to the grab, and then as you land, I love to land with both my feet at the same time to maximize my ability to absorb. I'm going to interrupt real quick with a special offer of an online snowboard course that is dedicated specifically to freestyle. Now, within this online snowboard course, I go way more detailed, and I even put little drawings on the screen so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And as a bonus, I do include a mindset training course that allows you to take advantage of every single day, including visualization exercises to progress your snowboarding faster than ever. So if you're interested in joining my online snowboard course, check out the link in the description below. And if you feel like the online snowboard course is awesome, but you want to work with me in person, check out my summer camps. I do offer 5 weeks of summer camp with only 12 spots per session. So you know you're going to get a lot of attention, you're going to get a lot of feedback, and you get to work with me. So you know you're going to get a lot of nerd. If you're looking for that information, check out the link in the description, and spots are pretty limited. So the next grab on our progression is going to be called a Melon Grab. Essentially, we're going to take our lead hand, grab between our bindings once again, but this time we're going to do it on our heel side edge. Now, it's extremely important that we're grabbing in between the bindings because that's considered proper. If you're grabbing in that area between the nose and the binding, and that not so awesome grab is actually called a Nellin, and Nellins are not sick. So make sure you're grabbing between the bindings. And with that said, I highly recommend that you're still bringing your knees up towards your chest, making sure that board comes up to your hand, making that grab even easier while staying balanced, and your eyes stay focused on the landing so that you can ride away like a boss. Now, the opposite of a melon is going to be a stale fish. Essentially, what we're going to do is take our back hand, grab between the bindings, and grab our board. Now, I find it really difficult if I'm just retracting my knees and trying to grab stale fish. So what I have to do is rotate my board slightly sideways, freeing up my leg so my leg doesn't block the grab. And I find this to be a lot easier, and it adds a little bit of spice to the grab. So when you're trying these, definitely try both options and see which one works for you. The next 2 grabs we're going to dive into is the nose grab and the tail grab, and essentially you might find one easier than the other, so I definitely recommend trying both. We're also going to have to step up our level of technicality in our riding by doing independent flexion and extension. Simply what that means is one leg is going to push down while the opposite leg retracts, so they're each moving in opposition. Most times when we snowboard, we either push both legs away or retract both legs together, just like we've done in this whole entire video. So when it comes comes to specifically the tail grab, you're going to jump, get in the air, and then as soon as you're in the air, I'm going to retract my back leg towards my hand, and I'm going to extend my lead leg. Now, when I do this, you're going to notice that my board almost gets vertical, but look how that tail of the board comes up to my hand, and I'm not actually reaching back for the grab. And this allows me to be in a position where I can get the grab, stay balanced, and then add some spice and some style, like pulling on the board, flexing the board, and showing that I completely own the trick. Now, of course, the opposite of the tail grab is going to be our nose grab. So what I like to do is as I jump off of the jump, I'm going to allow my lead leg to stay high and then extend my back leg down towards the ground, allowing the nose of the board to get close to my hand. Now, I can briefly look at the nose of my board, but I don't want to be focused on reaching down or looking down at my nose. My main focus is looking at the landing so that I'm concentrating over there, and then the grab happens to come up to my hand, grab it, hold on, and then add some spice once again by extending that leg. So have some fun with both the nose and tail grab. This next grab is a complete challenge and is not for everyone, but I definitely suggest you give this one a try. This next one is a Crail Grab, and it's one of my favorite. Essentially, what you need to do is grab the nose of your snowboard with your back hand. Now, you might need to do some yoga for this one because it's really far away. And then essentially what you want to do is rotate your lead knee towards your back shoulder. That's going to allow the board to rotate, and then you're going to reach really across your body with your backhand to the nose of your board. Notice that I do open up my lead shoulder, so I'm counter rotated, and then I bring it all back and land back in a stacked position with my weight distributed between both of my feet. Give this one a try. Now on this channel, safety is our #1 concern, so we're going to be grabbing seatbelt. Yep, I know, that was a terrible joke, but essentially what we need to do is take our lead hand and grab our tail. I find this one to be a little bit more challenging than the Crail Grab, but definitely give both of them a try. So what you need to do is get in the air, and I like to exaggerate the flexion of my back knee towards my lead shoulder, and I'm going to take my lead hand and grab up and over my knee until I find my tail. Now sometimes I do look at the tail just to find it, but I'm not necessarily focused on it, but I happen to like kind of see where it is, and then I immediately look back towards the landing, let go, and then I want to land with both feet at the same time. Give this one a try too, and let me know which one was easier, seatbelt or Crail. Now let's dive into some spinning, and I do find frontside 180s to be a lot easier because I can stare at the landing the entire time throughout the spin versus going blind to it. So let's start with the frontside 180. Now when it comes to the frontside 180, I like to do a nice little toe side turn, and then I immediately get on my heel side edge, and I do a very elongated heel side carve. I will release the edge just a little bit, maybe 10-15 degrees, but my main rotational momentum is generated from my spine. So once we get close to the jump, I'm going to wind up my shoulder, I'm going to throw my lead shoulder in the frontside direction, and then once I'm in the air, I'm going to retract my knees, and I'm going to engage my core. I engage my core, allowing my body to rotate as one. Now sometimes I might throw a little too hard or not hard enough, so you're definitely going to have to adjust as you're in the air. Now the biggest thing about this is finishing with my board, my hip, and my switch new lead shoulder pointed down towards the next feature. You're going to notice that I'm able to absorb the impact with both of my knees in a very strong, controlled position on my toe side edge. So, of course, you're going to need your switch riding for this one. So if you're looking for a video on how to ride switch, check out the link in the description below. Within all the years of instructing and coaching that I've had, I find that most people struggle with backside 180s just because of fear, and it's simply because you have to rotate back up the hill and you're no longer able to see what's underneath you. So as you do this backside 180, allow yourself to rotate and look back uphill. That's going to make a big difference. So let's break down the run-in and then the backside 180. So as we start, we're going to do a nice heel side turn immediately into a elongated toe side turn. As I am going up the ramp, you're going to notice that I wind up my lead shoulder and I flex at my ankle, knees, and hips, allowing me to extend. Now as I take off, I will be extending my legs, allowing me to get some more hang time, and then I'm going to be throwing my lead shoulder back up the hill about 90 degrees. Now I like to do this because I don't want to overthrow my shoulders. So you're going to notice that I rotate my shoulders 90 degrees, my lower body follows that 90 degrees, and then I'm going to scissor my legs or allow my board to finish the rotation while my eyes and my upper body are facing uphill. Now this is an amazing tactic to help slow down the rotation and ensure that you're landing on your toe side edge. And definitely give this one a try and let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have fun with it. Now, let me ask you a question. Did you like this format / nerdy breakdowns? I am considering making an advanced jump video, but I'm also thinking about making a beginner guide of rails. So let me know down below and give this video a like because it helps the algorithm, which in turn shows this video to more people because the goal is to make you snowboarders as awesome as possible. So on that note, guys, nothing but love. We out.